Welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody. Welcome back to Morningwood, where we had problems with holding cells. Okay, so they're not using them. All right, it's pretty annoying. So instead, we're going to try switching them out for dorms. Okay. Now, there's advantages and disadvantages to this. First of all, the advantages: we can take the benches out. Okay, so no more cumbersome, bothersome benches. All right. But the disadvantage, we have to put toilets in the dorm rooms, which is a bit of a shame, right? Because we've got this lovely toilet block down here, okay? And look, we can even now, we can even dedicate these things as, look at that, it's beautiful. We can dedicate them as toilets, which is really nice. We have to put doors on them now, which is fine, you know, there's a bit of privacy. There we go. But yeah, I kind of like that. It means that they will now use the toilet area. So what we could do is like not plumb in whatever toilet it is that we put in the cell. You know, we could just like stash one down in the corner. Like, you know, in this cell we could just put it down here, and like we'll put it in this corner down here. And then, you know, maybe instead of plumbing it in, we can just kind of ignore it. And pretend it's not there. I don't know. I find it annoying because, like I said, I've installed a mod which disables the need for toilets in like cells and stuff like that. But for some reason, not in dorms. So if anybody knows of an updated mod, I mean I couldn't find one. I did just search for the word toilet and didn't spot anything. But as you can see, these things are cool. Like these are now toilets, and it just means that people can come and use them. When they need to, you know, pee or poo, which is nice. Okay, so now these are dormitories, and we've got the toilets installed. There we go. The prisoners are being brought over. They, however, do not have anywhere to eat, and that is because last time we discussed building one of these restaurants that we've been talking so much about. Now, I think we're going to start with a concrete foundation, right? But what I might actually do is switch out the wall for wood, because I kind of want to see what the wooden wall looks like, and you know, it's going to be a nice easy place to try such an experiment. There we go. This is going to be a mess though when it actually builds it, because it gets a little bit confused as it's doing things. We'll have to see. It should be okay. Look, it's patched it all together pretty nicely. Wait, no, we don't want a large jail door. What do we want? We've only got large jail doors. This is the problem. I mean, we don't necessarily want a jail door. Let's just type door. What comes up? No. Okay, what about gates? We could just put like a fence gate on. Large size, solitary strength. I mean, it's a shame that they require jail keys, that's the thing. Maybe we should just put 2 doors on, okay? And we'll back-to-back these doors. Look, we'll put one there, and we'll rotate it and put one there like that, okay? So we just made double normal doors, because I think that looks pretty nice, alright? We'll have to remember to do that elsewhere, you know, when the time comes. And of course, there's the back door out of the kitchen, which is going to lead into the, oh god, look, these foundations have disappeared. I guess because I built those doors there. That's slightly irritating, isn't it? I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I hopefully that will put the doors where those walls should be. I think that should work. Hopefully it hasn't stopped it building foundations under the doors. We'll have to see. We can use the deployment menu to tell, actually, because it gives you like the outlines of where the foundations run and stuff like that. So I think that ding means that, yeah, like we've nearly. Here we go, advanced printing. We're gonna research that now. Printing is very important, of course. We're doing offshore tax haven. We could research death row. I was thinking about this the other day, right? What if we researched death row and tried to give them a bit more of a kind of free environment to roam around in? You know, like maybe if we gave them like a space that didn't have too many commodities, you know, but just had freedom. Oh, look at this. They're enjoying yard time. Oh, yes. Of course, regime. Right. Here's what's going to happen with the regime, everybody. Okay, first of all, you can't. I wanted to combine the two, but I guess you can't do that. I think what we're actually going to do is pretty much just free time it the entire day. Okay, let's just close that. There we go. So for now, we're going to free time it the entire day, so they can do whatever the hell they want between the hours of, here we go, 8 AM and 10 PM. Because I think that's a reasonable amount of time to be up in the day. But I think we will schedule in like a couple of hours of lunchtime and a couple of hours of evening meals, okay, and 1 hour of breakfast time. But other than that, they can literally do whatever they want. That's how it's going to be in this prison, okay? They can just wander around. They can like check out the I don't know, the various like places. Look, you see, some of them are using our new lavatories. That's absolutely perfect. Like, some of them are checking out different rooms. Who knows if they're going to try and escape and whatnot? But at the moment, they're pretty happy. Like, they've got a laundry area. That reminds me, we should we can assign all these jobs, okay? So that they do bits and pieces. We may need to schedule work time, okay? So I think what we're going to do is have, the morning is going to be work time, okay? Between 9 and 12, that's going to be work time. Rest of the day, they can do what they want. They're free to roam around. They can use their money to, like, buy things from the shop and stuff. I don't know, what do prisoners like to buy? Like, yo-yos? Maybe Diablos? Some like juggling knives. No, not juggling knives. We don't want to sell the prisoners juggling knives. That sounds like a very bad idea, honestly. But I mean, you know, there's probably some other things that they quite like to enjoy. Oh yes, of course. We actually. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. We turned off the mod that provided us with the wooden walls because it had the really garish carpets, didn't it? All right. So for now, we're just going to use concrete in the restaurant. Okay. The reason being that I don't have any mods that give us better walls, okay? And I might have a little look and see if I can find some. You know, I like installing the mods. It's fun to play a modded playthrough. I haven't played this game modded before, so I'm enjoying that. You know, it's a new experience for me. It might be a new experience for you as well. Like, who knows? You'll have to leave a comment and let me know. You know, if it's a new thing for you. But here we go. We're going to build a massive canteen like this. That's because this, like I said, is our restaurant area. Now, the kitchen, here we go. Now, I mean, we could... I'm kind of against giving the prisoners jobs in the kitchen, alright? Because this isn't the kind of place where the prisoners work in the kitchen. Like, they work in the cleaning cupboard and they work in the laundry because they're responsible for looking after their own area. Okay? That's just the way it is. But everything else, like the cooking and like the gardening stuff... I don't know, maybe the gardening, because we're going to build like a little gardening area, you know, so it'll be nice if they can come and train. But like the cooking and stuff, I'm not sure about, you know. I think I'd rather leave that down to staff, because it just makes it a little bit nicer. So, in this restaurant, we're going to have plenty of serving tables, okay? Can we get free in here? Be really nice if we could get... Oh, we can't get free. Oh, that's really annoying, isn't it? Shit. Okay, look, Maybe we do it slightly differently then. Okay, so maybe instead of having serving tables down the side, we're going to back-to-back them, like this, okay? So we're going to have, like, a little serving area. We may even have 2 serving areas. I mean, is that... No, you know what, let's do it. Let's freaking do it, okay? We're going to put 2 serving areas down. Now, unfortunately, we don't have, like... a replacement for tables and stuff, I don't think. We've got a juice serving table, which is pretty nice. You know what, let's get a juice serving table. That sounds pretty good. We're going to put a couple of juice serving tables along the back wall here. Okay, so it's you know, like when you go to like a buffet restaurant and you've got like, you know, like the ice cream machine and like the all you can drink, you know, bits and pieces. We do have small wooden tables. Now, I'll tell you what, we're just going to put one down. I don't know if that's going to count or not. I don't think it is, especially not as we have to put a bench down. And as far as I'm aware, we've only got a sauna bench. That's a wooden bench, but I don't think that's going to count. No, we're just going to try these things, okay? And we've got a small... We're going to try that one as well. Like I said, I don't think these things are going to count. I'm fairly sure these are meant to be outside. So we could I mean, I did think about this. I think we are going to have a nice little outside dining area, okay, just off the back here. It's not going to be anything too fancy, of course, because it's just looking out onto the utility room, which is just full of like power and shit. But I still think it'll be nice, okay? Now, this kitchen, should we give it like a little staff toilet? I mean, that could be quite nice, couldn't it? Maybe we should give them... I think we should give this kitchen like its own little staff room. Oh, that's an excellent idea. You know, like you have like a little room with a computer and stuff, like in a real in a real business. You know, where they do like their taxes or whatever it is that they do in those little rooms. And we're gonna put that one there. I'll tell you what, we're gonna replace this door. Oh, we can't just replace it. That's a shame. And we're gonna put a staff door for because like I said, I don't think we're gonna let the prisoners come into the kitchens. Okay, that's just a recipe for disaster. All right. Like, that's how they get knives and, like, smuggle shit around. Especially if we're not putting metal detectors in. I mean, it's just a recipe for people getting shanked, right? So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're actually going to deploy somebody to the reception desk. Because at the moment, there's a prisoner in there, and absolutely nobody is watching them. Instead, the guards are just hanging around in the yard, okay? They're pretty pissed off because they don't have a staff room to go to at the moment. Which I can understand, you know, that would be pretty frustrating. So we're going to get the foundations down for their new staff room, okay? Before they get too, you know, fucking moody about everything, and we have to fire a bunch of people. I mean, I'm not saying that we would necessarily fire them, but I am in fact saying that we would fire them if you know, push came to shove, because you know, we're trying to run a prison here. It isn't a laughing matter. It's a really serious business at the end of the day, and you know, we need to be taken seriously. So I like I said, if push came to shove, we would definitely fire people. Okay, so I'm just warning you. If you work in this prison and you don't do what I say, you're going to get fired. So right, anyway, in here we're going to put, like I said, little staff room, nice little staff room. Okay, and for the staff room we need. Oh, it has a freaking. Why has it got a minimum size? I may have turned off the minimum size mod. Okay. That is unfortunate, isn't it? I did turn it off so that we could get the toilets. Oh shit, I've got too many mods now. I'm getting like mod amnesia. I can't remember what it is I'm doing with the mods. But we can at least remedy this situation slightly, because it only has to be 4x4. Okay. So we can put a wall here, and then we're gonna dismantle. I mean, maybe I can find a mod that disables the need to have, there we go, disables the need to have, you know, certain things in the staff room. Because personally, oh no, it doesn't. I thought it needed a serving table. It doesn't. It just needs a drinks machine and a wide sofa, which is absolutely fine. We can do that in our, you know, our kitchen / staff room area. You know, it's where they're going to organise the rota, and perhaps like gossip about, like, you know, the latest Game of Thrones episode. They're just going to come and sit and have a little chill, like chat to the boss. Let's just put like a normal chair in here, okay? And rather than face it towards the computer, like the computer's mainly for show, you know, so that the employees think that the boss is actually doing something when he comes in here. Whereas in reality, like, oh, this is perfect. Look at that. In reality, you know, he just comes in here and sits on his ass, like maybe plays on this arcade cabinet that's next to the desk. You know, he tells everybody it's a vintage and he keeps it here for security reasons, but actually, like, it's just because he wants to sit and play all day. You know, I don't know why they're not dismantling this bit of wall. Can you guys come and dismantle this bit of wall, please? High priority, so that I can finish off our staff room. Because at the moment, like, it does look very nice with this kind of snug little fit corner. I tell you what, let's speed the game up. It's because it's running at 1 speed. That's why it's taking forever for them to do anything. I should have realised, you know, if we're not gonna run the game at like 2 speed, then we're gonna have to dose up our workers with, like, I don't know, medical grade speed or something like that, because that's going to be the only way that we can get them to work to the kind of efficiency that we actually want them to work to, you know. But we're going to put our fridges here, okay, and then there's going to be a sink. The sink's going to be along this wall just here, In fact, we're going to cancel these fridges, and we're going to put... Yeah, we're going to put the fridges here and here, and then we're going to put a bin right next to this, okay? So they can throw out all of their rubbish and stuff. We're going to need a sprinkler as well, in case there's any fires. You know, that is always a necessity. And then is there anything fun we could put in the corner, perhaps? Do you think staff would like a phone booth? I mean, they might do, mightn't they? You know what, let's try it. Let's put a phone booth in the corner. It's a bit like, it's the, you know, it's the business phone. It's where people call in, like when they want to ask about the, what time the restaurant's open for. Yeah, look, you see, none of these counted as tables or benches, which is a bit of a shame. Now we've just got a bunch of shit that's going to be sat around in our restaurant until we get around to actually building a storage area for it all. Which again is something we're going to have a little look at, because we're going to build a... Oh, look at this, out of stock. Okay. So we're going to have to we're going to have to deal with this. We need to build is it cold storage? I think it's cold storage. Here we go. A cold storage room for water bottles and vending food. Buffers the supply for water coolers, juice tables and vending machines. Requires an air conditioner. Needs to be 4x3, enclosed, indoors, adjacent to a room with an air conditioner and a storage rack. So is this something that we could install as part of our restaurant? Maybe in here? I mean, it would be nice if we could keep all of this stuff together, but we are going to have to provide access from the kitchen, which is going to make it a little bit more tricky. Perhaps we could use like a little bit of the area over this side, you know, to oh wait, this is okay. This is important. This is a staff room only, right? So this is we don't want any prisoners coming in here. Okay. I think this is right. We're just gonna have to do that. We don't want any prisoners coming in here, so we're going to put staff doors on there, okay? And we're going to have to make sure we do the deployment. There are going to be 1 or 2 areas that we don't want prisoners wandering around in. For example, the power area, for example. I don't think we want any... I don't really care if it's insecure, I'll be honest. It's absolutely fine. Same down here, okay? We want... This is staff only, alright? These little areas, staff only. This is, like, staff quadrant. Okay. Oh, I see. It's insecure because we literally have no door on it right now. Well, okay. We're going to put a door on there. I guess it's because we've got a staff door on one side and no staff door on the other side. But, oh, look at this. It's shaping up quite nicely. Okay. It's going to look really sweet. We could put a water machine in the corner as well. I'm kind of tempted to... Let's do it, in fact. Oh, it's actually there. Why does it look like... Everything looks like it's a ghost in that room. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's just because it's nighttime. I kind of wish it wasn't nighttime. It's really difficult to see, like, the detail in the room when it's nighttime. But we are... Did we get all of these objects dismantled? We did. We are going to have to finish off our, you know, our food area, because otherwise the prisoners are going to be kicking up a fuss about, you know, starving to death and stuff. I mean, they're pretty whiny. It's got to be said. But at the same time, like, it's sort of fair enough, isn't it? You know, you come to a place like this, and you expect to be able to eat food and not, you know, die, which is reasonable. It's not unreasonable. It's not an unreasonable request. So we're going to provide for them, okay, to make sure that is the case. Now we're going to put a table there, and I'm going to have to think about cold storage. I think what we might do with cold storage is possibly build a cold storage, like, over here somewhere. Like, one of these utility buildings could be a cold storage for everybody to come and get supplies from. Okay? So instead of putting cold storage down here, we're going to get one more table in. And then we're going to get the benches down so that they can sit. And once it's daytime and we can actually see what the hell we're doing, we'll decorate this place, okay? We'll make it feel a little bit more like a restaurant, a little bit less like a prison canteen, you know? We'll get some plants down in here. We will definitely get these toilets set up. We'll decorate the floor. Make sure that, you know, the floor is nice and I don't know, just like makes you hungry, because, you know, like, the architecture in a restaurant is very important. It can affect your, you know, your hunger. If you're not happy in a place, then you don't want to eat as much. And you know, a lot of restaurants do realise this fact, so they kind of engineer things to make them make them a little bit better, okay? But we're going to go all the way along the wall with these toilets, all right? So where's the toilets? Here we go. All the way along this wall with the toilets, and then we're going to get some sinks. There we go, the bath sinks, not the kitchen sinks. We're going to go all the way along this wall with the sinks. Down in this bottom corner, I think we're going to get a radio, okay? Because you know, like, when you go to a restaurant or a pub, they've always got music playing in the toilets, and it's always fun to listen to, especially if you're a little bit tipsy. So to finish it off, we're going to get doors on the cubicles. Here we go. I'm really enjoying, honestly, I'm really enjoying this weird build that I'm doing. Okay, this kind of, it's not a prison anymore. It's like I said, it's like a little town. I'm no longer thinking of it as a prison. I'm thinking of it as a place that people can come to, like, to stay and be happy and, like, enjoy themselves. Which is, it's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand it's not meant to be that kind of game. But at the same time, like, it's really fun. Like, it's a great way to play it, honestly. Like, I wish I'd thought of doing it before. But let's get some electricity into here, and then we'll run it down to here, across like this, and then round in like a circuit, okay? So that will be the restaurant hooked up with electricity, and then we need water for these toilets as well. Okay, so I know I said I was going to just try and create, like, little centralized loops and stuff, but actually, like, I think this had to be connected up because otherwise there wasn't enough pressure, right? Okay, so, yeah, this is... I don't mind the fact that none of these toilets are connected up. Like I said, I don't actually want them to use these toilets. I mean, as it is... I wonder if there's a way to disable this icon instead. Because, as it is, they use the rooms even though they're not meeting requirements, right? Because they need somewhere to sleep, and they know that the room is dedicated as that kind of room. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe, yeah, I'm aware I haven't put any lights down in here. This is probably why I can't see anything. I'd maybe, like, instead of worrying about the requirements, we should turn off this flashing icon, and then we can just use the mouse over to see if it's missing any requirements. And that way we can get away with not putting toilets in our dorms, which would be really freaking awesome, honestly. Here we go. Look, now we can see stuff. My God, why didn't I put lights down sooner? Honestly, I didn't even think about it. I was just so busy, you know, building a restaurant. I mean, this is awful placement. Don't put these here. Put one there and put one there instead. Okay. Yeah, I was so busy building a restaurant, I didn't even think about the fact that we haven't put lights down. And there was no electricity. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, right? We needed electricity to be plumbed into this place first. So, but yeah, now we can actually see what the fuck we're doing. It says there are no prisoners to be assigned to this canteen. Why is that? Surely we can, like, assign food distribution to what? What's going on? Why isn't... Huh? Why isn't this working? It says there's no canteens accessible by this cell. Prisoners in this cell will have nowhere to eat. Why is that? That doesn't make any sense. Is it because this isn't secure yet? And they're not allowed to wander around out here? Oh, that's probably what it is, isn't it? Let's make sure we put a gate down here then. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe at the moment there's no, like... We're going to have to do a little bit more building before it decides that prisoners can wander around between certain areas, you know? Like, fence off... where is the road gate? Is it this one? Here it is. Oh, of course we can't turn the road gate. I totally forgot that we can't turn the road gate. Okay. We're going to use... Yeah. Large fence gates. Okay. 2, 3... Well, that sucks, doesn't it? I mean, I did... Shit. Okay. How do we deal with this, guys? What do we do here? I think we're just gonna have to do... Oh fuck! I don't know what to do. Oh shit! This is really gonna bug me. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to do it like this. All right. It's gonna have to be a small gate, and then we're gonna have to bring the wall up a little bit further. It's not really what I wanted to do. But, I mean, it's going to be the best option right now. But I think we should probably leave it there anyway. We made a fair amount of progress, you know. We've built an entire restaurant, which is pretty cool. We'll work out why they're not allowed to eat there in the next episode. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, you know. Like I said, once we get all of this stuff sealed off, I think it will be okay. Maybe we'll get a fence down for, you know, for protective custody, and then perhaps like this area will be assigned as, you know, prisoners can wander around on it. Maybe if we perhaps if we just like turned all of this bit into yard, you know, like where is the yard? Yard. Here we go. Maybe if we did that. Maybe if we literally just like go, yeah, this is all yard. You can wander around that. This is all yard. You can wander around that. Oh shit! No, I didn't want to do that bit. Fuck! Look, I've messed things up right as I was about to finish. Here we go. Like, we do that. We do that. We do a little bit of that one, and we get rid of that. And we're going to have to put the lavatory back in. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I really fucked up. Okay? It's done. But that actually seems to have fixed the problem. Okay, so now we've got, like, crazy yard on the floor. They can actually navigate around the prison. So that's what we're going to have to do to solve the navigation problem, okay? Everywhere is going to have to be a yard. Right, so thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see where the fuck this prison goes if anyone tries to escape, etc. Leave a comment, you know, let me know what you're thinking, and I will see you in the next video.